Welcome back, guys. Uh, I don't know what happened. I lost her, and then I thought I would just connect myself back in and see how that goes. Uh, Let me bring her back in, and we can pick up from where we left off. Guys, like she said, being in a toxic relationship, being in a narcissistic relationship is never easy. And to overcome that, it's one of the most hardest battles within yourself to actually see that someone you thought would love you, would cherish you, or somebody who was loving you in the beginning so much could truly hurt you so deeply at an emotional level. Uh, it's a painful journey, but once you realize that you're in a toxic relationship, you're in an abusive relationship, it's never late to walk away and choose yourself first. Never ever think that now it's too late for you. It is never late. I have had clients, I have had many survivors come on board who've been in relationship for a few months, who've been in relationship for many years, and when they were ready to walk away, they were ready. So, oh, let me bring her in. She's back. Stop yourself from making that decision for yourself, whether it's today or tomorrow. And I'm reconnecting with her, and there she is.
I'm sorry. I think we just got lost in a bad connection.
Right, right, right. So tell me, Amanda, was this awakening in this toxic relationship during the pandemic?
Yes, it was during the pandemic. And I can tell you, I'm a lot more fortunate than a recent story that I've heard through where I work now, too. There was someone that I knew that worked within kind of closely in our company, and now he is. They were going through, I guess, a divorce. The woman wanted a divorce, and he was narcissistic as well. Um, it didn't end very well. She's actually now passed, so
Oh my
he's facing a murder charge. So
God.
hindsight's really 2020, and I'm just
Mm,
glad that the relationship that I went through wasn't that toxic, and that's the
mm,
reason why I said, no more, nothing but positivity, healthy relationships. That's my goal.
mm.
And yeah, so that was just the last straw. I was very fortunate to be able to have experienced something and come out of it, in
Safe.
light and
Mm,
right,
mm,
exactly, and
mm.
um, learn from the experience and
Right.
know not to go through something like that again. So, and
Those-
learn the warning signs and learn
mm,
that, you know, um, don't don't ignore those red flags. Don't ignore the um, the gut feelings, and
mm.
once someone is ready to say they were going to give up on you or anything, then you need to be able to have the strength in yourself and know your self-worth to walk away. Nothing's worth, you have to live with yourself for the rest of your life. So
Mhm,
the main person you have to be able to depend on is you. So
mhm,
are you going to waste your life being miserable, or are you going to waste your life being happy? So, and I choose happiness. So I'm
mhm,
super excited about this new journey that I'm on, and I'm really excited. And I see nothing but good things come of the things that I've involved with now. Have
mhm.
great friends that my friend right here, Greg, is watching, and he's like so
Yes,
proud of me.
yes, yes.
um, so
Yeah.
thanks, Greg. He's one of the persons that has helped me through going through my previous relationship and just letting me just being a friend, and
Mm,
um because sometimes your friends can also be toxic and say no, and some friends don't know, and you just need a supportive background. So um
absolutely.
yeah, so I'm just very glad that I'm in a better place now. Looking back, like hindsight's 2020, I'm like, why did I put myself through all that? Why did I let this person treat me this way? I
Mm-hmm.
didn't deserve that. And, we just weren't meant to be together. Um,
Right.
so
Absolutely. That's such a remarkable journey. Look at the amount of self-growth you have, the self-awareness
right.
and self-recognition, and it's
Hmm.
applaudable. Do you think that uh, the pandemic happening and you being, I'm not sure if you were in lockdown, but if you were, did that play a major role in your awakening and seeing like, gosh, what's going on here?
It did because
Mm.
um, we were so closely together throughout a lot of that period of time. And um, maybe I was just too scared to have that conversation with him. Like, do we really want to be in this relationship together? Are we really that committed? Are we really compatible?
Mhm.
Um, I felt, that the things that he did, we were compatible, but then, slowly learning the person, we just truly weren't. And I noticed that he was very negative, and I would try to energize him with positivity, like, no, you know what, you're okay, you're not getting old, just those little things, and they would build up that it was
Mhm.
exhausting my own positive energy, and it just got to the point where um I was just giving too much of myself for that. So but yes, the pandemic did play a big role.
Mhm.
It made me realize that I think that relationship only lasted because of the pandemic. We both, our jobs were at stake, and so we kind of just stuck it through. And I, but to be honest, I would have rather wished to have gone through the pandemic myself as opposed to that relationship. So
Mhm. Absolutely, absolutely. So, Amanda, what at a personal level do you think this relationship has taught you? And where you are right now, how does it feel right now as an individual at personal development and personal growth?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question? I'm having phone calls coming in, and it was coming in and out.
That's all right. So my question was, your awakening happened, right? I want you to explain to the viewers how that awakening helped you with your self growth and how it helped you move forward as an individual.
Well, first of all, I had to hit like rock bottom, and then
Mm,
just realizing what I was going through, that helped me. Um, like I said, the only person that is going to be able to pick yourself off the floor is yourself. And
mm,
so that's what helped me. And I just had to keep on pushing forward, pushing through, and realizing that there's better days. Um, and if I wanted to get those better days, that I would have to be the one to put the work in. And so, you just
mm,
have to be self-reliant and self-dependable, and um, just do the work. And it really did help, because I wouldn't be where I am right now if
mm,
in a peaceful, calm, positive lifestyle, if I was still stuck there and still trying to make a relationship that was not going to work. So,
mhm,
and I'm sure this video may get around, and he's probably going to see it, and his friends will see it, and they're going to think I'm crazy. But
that doesn't
there's always
matter.
there's always two sides to the story. And the thing about it is, what is it called, triangulation?
Yes.
Yes. So I was a victim of that as well, and I was constantly saying I'm sorry, what I did, but and I also thought that I started to have narcissistic tendencies, and realizing that his energy was overflowing onto me as well. So I was like, no, I wasn't the problem. I was trying to be helpful, and he was just constantly rejecting my help. And it was it was just a whirlwind. It was like the circle of
Mm,
constant fighting, and so, but you live and you learn, I guess. But it is, I am like I said, I'm in a better place, and going through that awareness really did kickstart my steps into, okay, I need to do something to change this because this isn't where I want to end up. So, yep.
Absolutely. So, Amanda, I wanted to go back on the point where you said that this video might get floated around and he might get to see it or his friend might get to see it. On that, I just wanted to add for you is it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And what matters is, and you said it so rightly, that there are always two sides to a story.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to say I was in a toxic relationship. And for me, I had to first learn to validate myself and know that I
Right.
was emotionally abused. Whether
Right.
he was narcissistic or not is not my place. I just needed to know that I was emotionally abused,
Mm-hmm.
and for me, I when I realized that, I had to validate that for myself. And once I did that, once I healed from it, today where I stand, I always tell, like you said, always when I tell my story, I tell people, yeah, this is my side of the story. He's going to
Right.
have his side, and that's going to be valid for him. For me to heal and to understand was that maybe I was also toxic. We're all
Mm-hmm.
toxic in one way or the other.
Right.
Maybe I'm not
Exactly.
toxic towards you, maybe I would be toxic for another person. We have to really, what we really have to take from emotional abuse, toxic environment, whether it's at work, whether it's within relationships, is to realize that, okay, this is toxic, but hey, am I toxic to someone else? And if I am, how am I going to change myself from within?
Right.
And, and that's an ugly, healing is a very, very hard work, and it's really ugly, and it's more painful than the abuse itself,
Right.
because you got to see truly within yourself and see, oh, why did I do that to myself?
Mm-hmm.
So the abuser is doing that, but you're giving him that. So
Mm-hmm.
to tell yourself that you were encouraging the abuser, it's mind-boggling, where you're like, oh, I didn't know at that time, and you go through that conflict, and then you have to really stop and say no. So
Right.
for you, I just want to say that your side of the story is absolutely correct. What he thinks, his friend thinks, it's nobody's business. Where you are
Mm-hmm.
right now, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I know where you were, and you had
Mm-hmm.
your dark moments, and
Mm-hmm.
I am so proud of you
Thank
that
you.
you've come so far. And look at you. I mean, you got your own place, you're thriving in your job,
Mm-hmm.
and you look absolutely beautiful. So first of
Thank
all,
you.
congratulations on that.
Mm-hmm.
um what message do you want to give to somebody who's listening right now and is feeling stuck in a toxic relationship?
I would say to just don't give up on yourself. You um you need to put focus on yourself much more than on that relationship, because that type of relationship is just not healthy for you. In that relationship, it's not going to thrive. And that relationship is not going to change. And in order for you to change, uh, you may have thoughts of, oh, I'm never going to find somebody else like this again. No one's ever going to love me. All the negative, emotions. I would strongly suggest to seek help and talk about it. Talk about it to people that actually understand a toxic relationship and what you're going through, because you can get um, advice that's not pertinent to your situation. So, and you need to learn to just stay true to yourself and, again, work every day, daily on loving yourself, whether it's just daily affirmations, meditation, and just saying, I am worth it. I am loved. Those little things, if you say it constantly, they're going to start to go into fruition, and, they're going to, it's going to come out once you actually start to believe it. And so that's the advice that I would give someone, is just please don't give up on yourself. I'm so glad that I didn't give up on myself and I gave up on that relationship. And there are brighter days, and just continue to keep pushing forward, and just, you know, know that there are better days. So that's the advice that I would give anyone that's going through a toxic relationship. And, you're going to go through those really deep, dark moments. But they don't last forever. you know, if unless you don't want them to, like, you need to be able to not give up on yourself and keep on, you know, pulling up through that dark hole to see the light. So, and there is light at
Yeah.
the end of the tunnel. So,
Yes, yes, there is definitely light at the end of the tunnel. And remember, guys, the little things, the little steps, the baby steps are going to be huge steps in the long
mhm,
run. So
right.
whether it's one day just getting out of bed, uh, that's a step.
Hmm.
Brushing your hair, you haven't brushed that for days. Don't think that these steps are small. Don't ever compare your journey with anyone else. You are
Hmm.
on your own personal journey. And like she said, cling on to yourself and believe in yourself that you will make it through. And there are better and beautiful days ahead of you.
Hmm.
Um, Amanda, thank you so much for coming
Thank you for
forward
having
and
me.
sharing your story. I am so honored to see you and talk to you in person. We
Hmm.
have spoken so many times on
Hmm.
chat, and to see you over here, I mean, you just made my day more brighter.
Oh, thank you.
I wish
It's
you
so glad
all
to
the
be here.
best. I
Thank
wish you
you.
all the best, and I pray that you have all that you wish for. On
Thank
that
you.
note, guys, take good care of yourselves. Amanda, take care of yourself. Thank you
Bye.
so much. Bye bye.
Bye.